I was at his mama's house last weekend. He got me a ride out there. I'm like, nigga, you don't even have a car. And you getting bitches rides out to see you an hour away? How, bro? How? How the fuck?
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag sauce, you drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag sauce, you drippin' swag goo. Oh.
Hi my loves, how are you guys today? I'm coming back at you with another video. Okay, so this is gonna be a story time about something that dramatically altered my life. It's kind of like a story time slash a how-to kind of, because I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to. You know what you have to do for you, how to get over your ex, or how to let something toxic go. But it's not discussed, it's not talked about, especially for young women. And I know for me, it's something that I went through that was one of the toughest things I ever had to go through. I literally had to pray to God to help me leave this person alone, because it got to the point where I didn't know who I was anymore without them. So I wrote some notes here in my phone. It was kind of like paraphrasing about everything that I went through that happened. And before I get straight into it, I know y'all can see I changed my hair. Yes, don't worry, I ain't never my hair. So we're gonna continue with this right here. When I started dating someone in 2016, or was it 2015 or 16? I don't even remember. But I met him on Instagram, and like I wish they would have never just made Instagram, because if Instagram was never made, I would have never ended up in so many fucking situations. Instagram and Facebook, if they were never made, I bet you my life would be completely different, because I wouldn't have met half the people that I've met. Legit. So pretty much met him in 2016, and it was on and off until 2017. Because I moved to Frisco in 2016 because of another situation. That's someone I met on Instagram where I think I spent $3,000 for me. Let me not even get started on that. That's another story time. But I had to move away, and I just hated my city after that. But back to this situation, this story. I moved away and moved back. And then the first day I got back, I had a boyfriend. But I went to go see my ex now. That same day I got back, and I started talking to him. To sum it up, to get it a little faster, he started playing games. Like one day I remember I was talking to him. I used to go see him, and he would just not text me back, play games like people do on Instagram. And I used to just be in my feelings, and I was like in a lust with him, and he didn't like fuck with me back the same way. So he always had that like over me. So then came around, I think August, and I seen his Instagram. I checked his Instagram, and I seen he put a girl's name in his bio after that. But mind you, the night before, he asked me to bring him some woods. So he was asking me for shit like on a daily. So I brought that nigga some woods, and then I was looking at his page the next day, and it was a bitch name. So what I did was I texted the nigga. I said, next time you need some woods, tell whoever the bitch. It started with a K, just like mine did. I think it was Kayla, Khalees, something like that. I texted her, next time you need some woods, tell her to bring you some. And I feel like that wasn't petty, but it was just like, bro, like, why are you sitting here leaving me on, wasting my time if you got a whole bitch in your bio? And then I left the nigga alone, get myself into some other dumbass situations. That was in August. And then August, Kim went through, then we got September, November, October, December. Nigga decides to hit me up. He decides to hit me up like, hey, I miss you, I want you back, I really want to be with you, I fucked up. My little dumb ass gonna fall for it, because mind you, when I was fucking with him prior in 2017, it was like a whole thing of lust. Like, this person had influenced me so bad. Like, he was a barber and I was doing hair, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be with you, we could be like on this power couple shit. We can go and do this hair, and you're gonna be a barber, and then we just gonna be a power couple. We're gonna take over, we're gonna do all of this and this and that, right? That was my mindset. So I fell for that, and I enrolled in cosmetology school and everything, and that was like a part of it. That was part of it. I mean, I wanted to do it. I made sure I wanted to do it for me, but that was a part of it. Like, that was a part of my plan. So when that fell off, I focused on me and I did my own thing. And then fast forward to December, I gave a dumbass nigga a chance.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So, like, it got to the point where I was dependent on seeing this person. I was not happy without seeing this person, like, legit. Like, I needed to see them. Like, they were my happiness. They were, like, intertwined with me. Like, so this is the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018, January 2018. That's when I got this stupid ass tattoo. I'm gonna insert a picture here. If I regret one thing, I regret getting this tattoo, bro. Like, look, yeah, y'all can see, but I got queen, he got king, so we go like that. And I paid for it too. I paid for both of our tattoos. And that's another thing. I was paying for everything. Every single thing. And I was putting niggas on, got niggas jobs, made niggas resumes, and wrote them back in school. Like, I was doing legit everything. And I wasn't recognizing that a person don't want to do what they don't want to do. You need to leave them alone. So now we're gonna get to the drama, the good stuff. That's just like a backstory. So we got December, we started in January, got the tattoo. So then a few weeks was falling in love. I was already in love. In lust, that's what I'm gonna call it. Now I fell in love when I started being with the nigga every day. Started going to his house. He became everything that was all that I was about. Like, that was legit all I was about. Like, I was one of them bitches. You would never hear me not say something about my boyfriend. You could be like, I like Hershey's. I'll be like, oh, my boyfriend like Hershey's too. He liked the milk chocolate one and the Oreo one. Or you'd be like, oh, Mustangs are fast. Like, my boyfriend drives a Mustang. He had one back in the day. Like, relating everything to that person. That's how I knew I was in love. And then fast forward to the drama. This is the first time I found out a nigga was cheating. First time, I remember we went to downtown Sac, right? I have the videos. I should insert it here of what we was doing that day. I'm gonna insert the video, play the clip here. But I remember we went to kick some lemonade, and then we went to get some funnel cake, and we was walking around just doing some cute shit. And then I dropped the nigga off back at his friend's house after. And then, ooh, he was so lucky. It was when I was still with him. A bitch texted my phone, got my number off my Instagram, text my phone like, why, with the parentheses, oh, you or a nigga. Or a nigga, like, bitch, huh? Like, you or a nigga or a nigga? No, bitch, mine, for one. So immediately as I seen that shit, I was like, I called his name. I ain't gonna put his name in the video, but I was like, come here. And I looked at it and I was like, she got videos of you in your room, in your bed. When was this? And then the nigga was like, and I'm like, I'm trying to piece it together. Mind you, we got the tattoo. So where he fucked up was I could see that he already had this tattoo in the video. I'm like, okay, nigga, that's what you was doing then? Alright, bet, that was strike one. I flipped out on his ass, left him. But then my stupid ass gonna get right back with the nigga the next day. Stupid. Like a fucking retard. Like, I couldn't be without it. It got to the point where I was just completely dependent on being with that person. But yeah, and then next story we got that was strike one. That was just strike one. Strike two was, I think it was like a month or two later, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, I cheated. I did, because I cheated before this man cheated, and he don't know it till this day. If he watches this video, he'll find out. But I don't think he is. That nigga don't be tripping and caring about nothing I be doing. So I cheated before he cheated with someone he knew too. I ain't shit. Oh well, because niggas don't be shit. You cheated on me once, I'm gonna cheat. We'll be even. But no, you had to keep the game going. We could have still been together. Why you couldn't cheat and then I cheat and then we're even, call it square, and then we just go from there? No. Had to keep it going. So I cheated, and I remember the day it happened, like who I did it with. I was just feeling like all of my feelings about this nigga. Like, he wastes my time, he don't hit me back, he don't never want to see me, and he just always be doing this shit with these bitches and blah blah blah. So I hit up another nigga. I was like, can I come over? I'm finna come kick it with you. One thing led to another. I was posting my little Snapchats that day, and he watched my story and he was like, you at the park in Elk Grove with a nigga? You got me fucked up. I'm done with you, blase blase. But I put my phone on silent for me while we was getting to the thing, and I looked at it. So I told the nigga I was with, I was like, but I gotta go, I'm gonna go to the store, I'll be back real quick. And I went to I was calling my ex, he wasn't answering. I'm like, why is you not answering the phone? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Playing like I'm hella dumb. Like, us females, we can be so grimy. We could be so grimy. Like, legit hella grimy. And you wouldn't even suspect us. Because we would be the same ones that be like, niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't this. Niggas ain't that. But nah, I did that nigga grimy. I did for Shelly. And then, fast forward, that night he wasn't answering. So what I do, I pulled up to his house. And I kept calling him and calling him. I remember I called that nigga like 40 times. Like, legit blowing him up back to back to back to back to back. And then I went to his house. He wasn't there. Finally, he answered. After having his friends answer. These niggas was answering the phone like, hey, we're trying to listen to music. Stop calling right now. I said, bitch, fuck your music. I'm trying to talk to my nigga. The fuck? I don't give a fuck about your music. Mind you, after I just cheat on a nigga. So I could be in shit too. But I could be like a good ass girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know what, but I did it. So it's what happened. I ain't finna lie to y'all. And then he answered the phone. He's like, what you want, kid? That's what the nigga used to call me, because my name's Kira and go by Kid. So like, what you want, kid? But I heard in the background it was going through the McDonald's drive-thru. So what I do, I pulled up to the McDonald's drive-thru. Sure enough, who was there? Right there in plain sight. So that led to us getting in a car chase, blood. We got into a car chase. Niggas choked me out. The whole shit. He's like, you a bitch, and that was the first time a nigga put his hands on me, cursed at me. And then that same night, trying to chase the nigga, I fucked up my car. Because he was in a Tahoe, I was in a Buick at the time. So he did this turn in this field somewhere in Elk Grove, and then I tried to bust a turn too, and I hit my oil gasket, and then my car started leaking oil, and then the light came on. I had to pull over. I couldn't. And then for who did I call to help me? The nigga I was chasing. He came and helped me, and then the next day he took me to go buy another car, and then I got my car fixed. So I ended up having 2 cars for a few months, because I buy and sell cars. I flip them. So I had them 2 cars for a minute. And then after that, we broke up again and then got back together again. For what? I don't know. It was just, it's an addiction. It was like toxic. And then fast forward to my birthday. Fast forward to my 18th birthday, 2018. Oh my god. I was like, we was in a good place for May and June 2018 after this ongoing back and forth 2 years. May and June 2018, bro. May and June 2018 was good. Like, we was cool. And then my birthday came around. My birthday is June 23rd. So I think I took a whole week off, if I don't recall. It was a whole week I took off. And we went to Santa Cruz. And then I stayed with him at his house. So I had a good birthday trip, everything. Even though I paid for everything, he took me to Denny's on my birthday. And he didn't tell me he was going to pay for it, nothing. It was just what I wanted. I was expecting to pay for it. But he did something a little nice. Like, he could put in effort sometimes. And I think that's, like, he knew how to do the minimum to keep me coming back in and keep me. So that's why I really stayed for so long, because he was a good talker. He was a great talker. So I used to always fall for it. And then, like, a few days after my birthday, but you know how you be on the couch, right? Okay, so we was on the couch, right? And then he was laying his head on my lap, and my stupid ass for some reason decided to go through his phone. Like, I never got the chance to go through this nigga's phone. It's like, this is my one opportunity to go through this nigga's phone. So I did it, went through his phone. I was like, oh my god, bro, everything is good. Like, there's no pictures, there's no video, there's no text messages, it's none on Snapchat, It's not nowhere. Like, I got me a loyal nigga. Like, I was so surprised. And then my stupid ass, I had his Instagram on my phone. I had his passwords to everything. So I went to his Instagram. He had a whole nother page, whatever y'all call them, little Finstagrams, that shit. And all the bitches that was blocked on the main page, he had on the Instagram. And he was texting the bitches while he was with me. So, you know what I did? I really wanted to slap the nigga dead in his face while he was laying on my lap, but I didn't. I tapped him. I was like, hey bro, get up, here's your phone. And I went outside. I called his mama. I was like, I just went through his phone. This is what I found, blase, blase. And she was like, well, I told you, cheat on him. Even though he my son, I don't condone anything he does. And that's when I should have listened, and I should have known then. But I still didn't. Like, I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't even know why I didn't listen that time. But I should have. And I would never put myself in so many situations that I was in. Like, I could have saved so much money. I could have saved so much time. I could have been so much happier. And after that, it was just like, that was strike number 1. That was strike number 2. No. That was number 3. I can't believe I let this nigga slide 4 times. I let this nigga slide 4 fucking times, bro. 4 times. Like a fucking dumbass. That was number 3 when I found the bitches on his phone when he was asleep. And then I called his mama. She's like, let me cheat, whatever. And then I remember he came outside. He started texting me like, why'd you just get up like that? Why you walk outside the house and go to the car? Or why did you do this and that? And I'm sitting there on the phone like, oh shit, he about to come outside. Mama, I gotta call you back. So he came outside and he was like, talk to me. Like, what's wrong with you? I look at that nigga like, I ain't got shit to say to you, bro. I don't got shit to say to you. He said, okay. So I went back in the house. I packed up all my shit and I left. And then when I was driving away, I said bye to him. I said bye to his dad. I left. When I was driving away, he gonna call me. And he's gonna be like, why is you acting like this? What you leaving for? And I was like, so you thought I wasn't gonna find the other Instagram on your phone? That's the first thing I said. He was like, so that's why you tripping? I said, yes. And he said, okay. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I said, that's all you gonna say? And it goes like, yep. Hung up on his ass. And then I went straight to Instagram and I posted on my shit, I'm single. I'm done condoning other people's actions who want to take advantage and who want to do blase blase. Then this nigga gonna post a video like, fuck all that shit that I was on, nigga. I'm single. I'm doing me, whatever. After I saw that, it pissed me off. I was like, I didn't really mean it. I didn't want to this and that. The next day again, got back with him. No, he didn't want to get back with me. My dumb ass begged to get back with him. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. But I'm so happy. This was like, I'm a completely different person now. I'm a grown woman now. I'm on my, like, so many different things I've learned. If I didn't go through this, I wouldn't have learned that. And that was the 3rd time, right? 4th time was the final time. So after I got back with him this time, then one day I was on the nigga's Instagram and I always see, like, I posted on his story because a little bitch DM'd him. It looked like a little ass girl. She was being a little too friendly, so I got pissed off and I posted, you bitches are being way too friendly with my nigga. It's not cool. So it was on there for like 2 hours, and then I seen he hid his story from one person. So I screenshotted him like, why are you hiding your story from this girl? And I texted it to him, and then he was all like, it's my friend Lloyd's friend or so-and-so's friend, whatever. And I was like, okay, you never hide your story, and that don't even make any sense because you don't even be with that nigga like that. So why you gonna hide your story from this bitch? You don't even post this nigga on your story like that. So why do you have to hide your story from a bitch? Like, that shit made no sense, right? So I DM'd the girl. Something just told me to DM the girl. So I DM'd the girl. Sure enough, he was fucking with her for like a month. And he told me, nigga, talking about something. He ate my pussy. I was at his mama's house last weekend. He got me a ride out there. I'm like, nigga, you don't even have a car. And you getting bitches rides out to see you an hour away? How, bro? How? How the fuck? Like, I don't know. After that, I went bananas, bruh. I hacked this nigga's Snapchat, blasted him to his whole family, deleted his Instagram, blasted him on all social networks. That was petty as fuck of me to do. I made him give me all my money back. I was talking hella shit to everybody, and then I was still hurt. I was still hurt after that. And then I was in another situation after that breakup, like 2 weeks later. I ain't even finna say it because this is why I have this tattoo for it. I'm not gonna speak on that. That's very personal to me, and I don't need anybody's opinions pertaining to that. That's something between me and him that we solely have discussions about ourselves. But it was an emotional situation to go through on that end. And then after that, I was so hurt. Even like 4 months later, he made a new Instagram after I deleted his Instagram, and I had his email, right? So as soon as he made his new Instagram, I had access to it through his Facebook.
Gotcha,
so
bitch.
For the whole 4 months after we was broken up, I was watching this nigga text bitches like every day, and I used to text him like, so this who you talking to now? This is what you doing? And he used to be like, how do you know this? Like, mind you, I've been watching you the whole time we've been broken up, so I really got to see this character. So I know this nigga like nobody else do. I swear to God, I do. Like, I know this nigga like the back of my hand. On me, I do. And after that, it was like November. So we broke up July 14th. And then November came, and finally when I seen him again after 9 months, and that's fast forward from November, blasted him again. Now this nigga got a whole new girlfriend. And I told the bitch not to date him, because he for surely be cheating on her and that. And like, I did this year, but it's been months. I'm better now. I've built my character. But he for surely cheated on his girlfriend now a few times. This gonna make me look like I ain't shit on my character, but it's just mistakes I made in the past. Especially with this person, when you go through so much with one person, it's like you don't want to let go if you don't have to let go. And if they gonna keep you around, they gonna keep you around. But I had to really let a nigga go and stop fucking with him. And I told him, like, if you love your bitch, nigga, be faithful to her. Like, stop hitting me up, stop doing this shit, stop fucking with other bitches. Do what you didn't do for me, for her. Nigga, you see what you put me through? You see why I am the way I am now? Nigga, treat that bitch right if she love you, because she seem like she do. And yeah, that's like to sum up. That's like to sum up what I went through for 2-3 years when I was 16, 17, 18. I'm 19 now. This whole year, I just turned 19. So I've had these months myself, and I haven't been in no relationship. And I had a whole year after that breakup to know and learn about myself. Even though I was fucking up more. I got so much story times for y'all. Like, I could do relationship story times all day about situations I've been through. And like, but I just wanted to like give y'all this story time to let you know, like, you got to let shit go. You can't dwell on it, and you have to cut toxic people off. You cannot continue to communicate with them, talk to them, do anything with them, because if you do, it's only gonna like keep you reminiscing on your past. Like, you gotta really let it go. You have to let it go. Like, I remember I had to literally pray and beg God for me to leave this man alone. I did, and I couldn't. It's still hard for me too, because once you picture yourself with someone and it's like embedded in your head, it's hard to let go, and you don't want to let it go, but you have to for the health and safety, mentally, physically, for people around you. You gotta learn to love yourself, because if you really loved yourself, you wouldn't allow yourself to be in certain situations at all. Because the moment, look at it like this, the moment he disrespected me and cheated on me the first time, I would have left, and I would have said enough is enough. That's it. I ain't letting nothing else happen. And maybe, just maybe, if I would have done that, I could have been in a different situation, and I wouldn't have had to go through that 3 more times. Like, I wouldn't have had to do any of that. So really what it comes down to is just getting to know yourself, loving yourself, taking the time to figure out what you want to do. And I feel like this generation, us females, we do it a lot. We be like, I need a relationship to be happy, I don't want to be lonely. for me, I never see my mom being alone. So I'm like, I used to always like want someone. But it's because of how I am. It's easy to replace people. So as soon as someone would leave, someone else would come right along, and that's a normality to me because that's all I've seen. So I had to really slow down now and be like, okay, you don't have to replace people. You can work on things, and it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to not have to want a relationship. And that's like what I'm working on now. Even though I'm working on something, before I started working on what I have now, like, I had to really learn myself, and I took a year to do that. And I'm so grateful that I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't if I would have been in a relationship, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be where I am. I would have been like suppressed and making that person a part of my plans and having no plans for yourself. Beyonce made that quote, and she stated it, and it's a good ass quote. Is make sure you have your own life before you become somebody's wife. Legit. Make sure you have your own life before you become somebody's wife. That's straight facts. Like, you have to focus on you, especially as a young woman. Michelle Obama said this quote too. There's no boy at this age that's interesting enough from stopping you from getting your education. Period. Facts. Leave it at that. So really what I want you ladies to keen on in from me talking is that we're all going to go through things. You probably can relate to some of the things I went through. You might even have crazier stories. Leave your crazy stories in the comments. I want to read them all. I want to see how we can relate and bond and give each other tips on how to really be out here and love ourselves first and deal with these relationship issues, because we shouldn't have to go through some of the things that we go through. I really want to keen in with y'all on this. So I thank you so much for watching, hearing my story time, hearing about some things I did, some things I done been through, and we will get through it. We always do. We are women. We are the strongest, most beautiful creatures on this earth, y'all. We gonna be just fine. Just keep praying, keep learning to love yourself, keep focusing, keep following your heart, follow your intuition, trust yourself, know yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. And yeah, we just gonna go with it from there. I love you, my loves. I hope you have a great rest of your day. This was another video from K-Slays for your little sunshine here. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag saucy drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and